Hello! Today I'm going to be doing a video called My Favorite Feelings. It was inspired by Hank Green on YouTube. He posted a video and it inspired me to make my own. So this is a list of 20 of my favorite feelings. So number one is simply when someone refers to you as their friend. That's it. Friendship to me is really important. And I don't think you can ever have too many friends. So, yes. Number two is the release after a very big and long cry. Because all that emotion is built up and then it's finally just, it's dissipated and you can just breathe. Number three is making someone who is genuinely funny laugh, or making anyone laugh in general. Yes. Number four is when you find people or a specific person with the same sense of humor as you. I love finding people with the same sense of humor because we can really connect and just go back and forth with, you know, whatever we're doing, and it's amazing. Number five is the shivering feeling you get when you hear a song that you really love. There are a few specific songs that I adore, and whenever I hear them I just feel so happy. Number six is when you're learning something and there's the moment in time when your mind finally clicks and the clouds part and the angels sing and everything finally makes sense. I love that feeling. That's a feeling of accomplishment for me. Number seven is unexpected bursts of creativity. So, you know, you're just doing whatever you're doing and then something happens and you've just got to create, and you've just got this abundance of ideas that you just need to get out. And I think in those moments you can really create some beautiful things. So I love the feeling of that. Number eight is getting out of the house. Sometimes I spend far too long cooped up in my bedroom and I just love to leave and just visit somewhere or someone. Number nine, speaking of, is driving on long roads when your windows are down and your music's blaring and the sun is setting. I love those moments. It's bliss. Everything is just so calm. I don't know what it is, but I love that. Number 10 is when I think about what the world really is, and the capacity that we as humans have to create, and what exists and what will exist, and it's just phenomenal and I can't wrap my head around it, but I love to think about it because it makes me and everything else feel like possible. Like, to me it's like kind of magic. Number 11 is the feeling of being proud, whether it be you're proud of someone that you love or yourself. It's just a really warm, comforting feeling. And for me, being proud of myself, it doesn't happen a lot. So when those moments do happen, it's a very strange but beautiful thing. Number 12 is talking to strangers, which I get to do a lot of at work. And when you get along with them and you have a connection and you end up just talking for far longer than you probably should have because the next customer is waiting, but just connecting with someone that is maybe a polar opposite to you, 50 years older than you, or doesn't look a thing like you, or just someone that you wouldn't expect to connect with but you do. And I love that because there are no limits to connection, to friends. Yes, so Number 13 is cooking something that actually tastes delicious. Speaking, you know, by my own accord. I've had some cooking failures, but when I don't know, I love cooking, and when I do cook something that tastes delicious, it's very rewarding. And I mean, I'll probably never cook it the same again, but I love that feeling. Number 14 is pretty self-explanatory. Hot showers and loud music. 15 is probably one of my favorite feelings ever to date that I've experienced, and it is shared love, reciprocated, real love. When you say you love someone, they say it back, and it's not just for the sake of saying it. When you hear them say it, you feel it, and it's beautiful. Number 16 is just animals. I don't know what it is, but they make me feel warm and fuzzy inside, and they make me want to make them feel warm and fuzzy inside, and all I want to do is love them all and hug them all. And I don't know, they are so beautiful. I wish I could talk to them, hey? Shame. Number 17 is when I finish something. Whether it be something that I complained about a lot, or even if it was just clean my room. Like, it could be simple or extreme, it doesn't really matter, but as long as I finish something, I feel good, because then I can go on to do something else, and I'm growing and I'm living and I'm, you know, doing something useful with my time. So yes, I enjoy that. Number 18 is doing something you love, or doing anything that you love with your time, which I've found this year, being at the theatre a lot more, that despite the amount of effort or whatever you put into doing something, if you love it, time doesn't even come into it. Like, it's just, you're doing something you love, and you're so lucky. Like, you should be so grateful that you get to spend your time doing it. Number 19, family moments. I have a wonderful family, and I've had many, many amazing family moments. One yesterday was just the simplicity of washing my car with my brother and my dad, and them squirting me with the hose and me throwing the sponge at them. Like, something so simple and silly was wonderful and memorable, and it made me happy. So I do love that. And finally, because I've been blabbing for so long, number 20 is before you go to sleep and you're lying there in your bed, and although you are alone, you don't feel alone. Yeah, so that is my list of hippie bullcrap. I'm joking. That is my list of feelings that I love. And it was actually a lot harder to think of these things more than you'd realize, because I feel like we find it so easy to complain about things, and yet so difficult to think about the things that are actually good. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week and weekend, you know, whenever you watch this, and goodbye.